What's happening, party people? Mr. Baker coming at you with yet another Chrome Music Lab tutorial. This one's for the Swifties. Finally gave y'all a Taylor Swift song, hit y'all with a little blank space. Y'all like the Taylor, so let's keep doing some Taylor. I got my Mr. Swift shirt on, and we ready to rock. Yeah. So we got blank space out of the way. That's Taylor's #1 most streamed song on Spotify and other platforms as well. Right under that is Cruel Summer, which I think is one of the cooler Taylor Swift songs as well. Really catchy, cool little melody. Let's hear what this sounds like. Yeah, I like that one. It's really pretty. Cool little tune. There's a lot going on in here, but if you look at it, you see a lot of the same colors. It's really repetitive. So we're going to build it from scratch. Stick with me here, and let's start with a blank canvas. We got a lot to cover. First thing, we're going to change the settings. We're going to go to the settings here. We're going to keep this the same. We're going to change split beats into 4 instead of 2. So we got 4, 4, 4 on the left side. Length 4 bars. Beats per bar 4. Split beats into 4. We need scale chromatic because we need all the notes for this one. Change scale to chromatic. Then we're going to start on high C instead of middle C. And those are all the settings. I'll go over that one more time. Split beats into 4. Scale chromatic. Start on high C instead of middle C. Go ahead and click the blue check mark. We're ready. Whoa, this is a lot of little dots. There's a lot going on here, but stick with me. I'll try to get through it as quick as possible to get the whole song out of the way. We're going to start with the tempo first. Tempo's down at the bottom. It's a fancy word that means the speed of the song. So we got it set to 85. This one's a little bit slower, a little bit groovier, and the tempo's good. Let's go ahead and put in some drums. This drum beat is something that goes like, ooh. I think it does that over and over. We're going to put that in. I'm going to show you what that sounds like on the grid. Circle, skip 2, circle, triangle. Skip 2, circle. Skip 1, circle, 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 triangle, skip 2, circle. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, 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 ah, ooh, ooh. Repeat that over and over. I know it's a little bit tricky, a little complicated. Let's hear it. So we got to repeat that all the way. I'll go ahead and plug that in as quickly as possible. Thank y'all for tuning in. Mr. Swift holding it down. Mr. Pfizer over there. I can't say I'm a big Taylor Swift fan, honestly. I mean, you got to give it up for her major successes, but I think there's a little something going on below the surface. Who knows, though? That's a different story altogether. So I got the drums all in. If it all sounds good, it should be great. Cool beat, repetitive, it's got a forward rolling motion to it. Double check your drums. I threw them in real quick. It's easy for me to kind of see it, but the spacing is a little weird on this one. So take your time to put the drums in. Make sure it's good. Pause it if you need to, but the good thing is that it repeats itself for 4 bars. Now we got the tempo and the drum set. Now we got to put in these melodies and these chords. Chords are when you pile notes together on top of each other. And we're going to start at the beginning of each of these bars with a chord. So we're going to start at the very first here with 3 notes. I think we're going to start with this, I believe it's this E. And then we got this, yeah, boom. And then we got that. That's the first chord. Real pretty. Nice little pretty happy sounding chord. Then we're going to go to the beginning of this gray section and put in the next chord. It's almost the same, but we're going to lower that middle note to that dark blue. So yellow, dark blue, dark orange. Sounds a little different, just that slight variation in the note. We're going to put in the next chord. At the beginning of this white bar, we have this kind of green that's 2 above the yellow here. Then we're going to put in that purple again, and then we're going to put in that same one. That's a different chord. Let's hear it. Sounds like it's got the same repeating note on the top, so the melody at the top makes it feel like it doesn't move, but it's really cool the way they pile this progression. We got one last chord at the beginning of this gray section. I'm going a little fast. Like I said, I'm not trying to have a super long video because it's really repetitive. And that's the final chord of that. At the beginning of the gray section has this orange, this regular green, and then this kind of darker orange above the blue line. And those are your chords to outline the song. I want to put those in first before just working left to right, so you kind of have a reference point to see and make sure your spacing is good so that it lines up with the beginning of the next bar, which starts with a chord each time. So now we're ready to start putting some stuff in. So 2 spaces after this, we're ready to put in the melody, which is the... So we got here, I'm not going to explain all the spacing. That's going to take forever. I'm just going to put it in little by little and then go back and hit the spacing and some things to look out for. All right, there's the first bar. Check it out. It's really just this purple and this pink kind of alternating, but the spacing and the rhythm of it is where it gets a little weird. So it starts with the purple, skip 2, then this pink, skip 2, purple, pink, skip 1, pink, pink, skip 1, pink, purple, purple, skip 1. And if the spacing is all good, you should end right at the beginning of that gray bar with the little blank space before that. Blank space, see what I did there? That's funny joke. No, it's not that funny. All right, let's keep going. First bar is ready. Excellent. This part repeats, which is really cool. So you just put in the same thing we just did. So we got the same thing. And that's what makes it so catchy, because it's a repetitive little thing that they got going on at the beginning. Yeah, this is that cool part. I really like these kind of shapes you're going to see here, like a mountaintop and then a dip, and what she does with the vocal melody. It kind of graphs it out. I think I'm backwards. It's mirrored because the camera's backwards. Don't worry about all that. We're going to keep plugging them in. We're ready to rock. So this third bar, which is that white section, we're going to put a yellow after that, and then the orange right after that. That same orange. So you got this little hilltop. Boom, boom. No spacing in between. Then you skip 1. Then you're going to put that same kind of dip, like opposite of that. That little part. Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah. And then let's put, I think, this green at the beginning of here. Then you skip 1. So we're halfway through the bar. You skip 1 after that little dip we got. Then you put that green, then skip 1, then we got a purple, and then skip 3, and then 2 purples. That gets you right up to the beginning of that gray bar, which is the, yeah, we only got 1 bar left. Should be easy. Let's check it out. Yeah, so that repeats kind of the same idea too. It's how these pop stars write really catchy melodies. That basic, or their team writes really catchy melodies for them. That's a different story altogether, but we're going to repeat that same idea for that last bar, that hilltop and then the little dip. And then after that, it changes a little bit. We're going to put a green at the beginning, just like we had before. Then we're going to skip 1, then put a purple. Then we're going to skip 2, then put 2 purples, and then skip 1. So that is slightly different. It's very slight variation at the end there. And you'll hear, because this is what repeats, this is what it ends on, then repeats back to the beginning for that loop, because it does this whole section twice for the chorus. Just a little fun fact. So let's hear this thing. Should be ready to go. Yeah, I bet you already know it. If you're a Swiftie, you know all the words already. I ain't telling you nothing. But yes, that is Taylor Swift's second most streamed song of all time. And from Mr. Swift himself, we thank you very dearly for tuning in. Thank you for all your requests. Keep them coming, y'all. Keep making music. If y'all have any popular songs you think will do well, send them my way. I'd love to try to make them happen for you. Smash that like and subscribe button, all that good stuff. Thanks again for tuning in. Peace and love, y'all. I'll see you next time.